Companies Act Section 57. Punishment for personation of shareholder under the Companies Act. 1. Introduction. Personation in the context of corporate securities refers to a fraudulent act where an individual deceitfully poses as the legitimate owner of a security, share warrant, or any other interest in a company to unlawfully gain access to the assets or financial benefits associated with that ownership. The Companies Act takes a strong stance against such fraud, as it threatens the integrity of corporate governance and the interests of shareholders. Section 57 of the Act lays out strict penalties for any person involved in such deceitful practices, ensuring that corporate securities transactions remain trustworthy and secure. 2. Understanding the offense of personation. Personation occurs when an individual falsely represents themselves as the rightful owner of a security, share warrant, or coupon issued by a company. This act can include any form of misrepresentation with the intent to deceive the company or other stakeholders into believing that the impersonator is the legitimate shareholder. Key elements of the offense. 1. Deceptive personation. The individual pretends to be the rightful owner of a security, share warrant, coupon, or any other interest in a company. 2. Intent to obtain ownership or financial benefits. The person obtains or attempts to obtain the security, interest, or financial benefits associated with the impersonated ownership. This could include receiving dividends, payments, or other financial entitlements that rightfully belong to the actual owner. 3. Misuse of financial instruments. The offense also covers cases where the fraud involves any share warrant or coupon issued under the Act, which are financial instruments representing ownership or entitlement to benefits. 3. Scope of the offense and potential scenarios. Receiving money fraudulently. The personator may attempt to collect dividends or other payments due to the real shareholder, which constitutes a direct financial gain through fraudulent means. Selling or transferring securities. The impersonator might also transfer or sell securities by presenting themselves as the owner, leading to losses for the actual shareholder. Using share warrants or coupons fraudulently. If a person deceitfully uses a share warrant or coupon issued by the company, it also falls under the purview of this offense, given that these instruments confer ownership or financial entitlement. The Act ensures that such fraudulent activities are met with serious legal consequences to maintain trust and transparency in the market. 4. Legal consequences and penalties under the Companies Act. To deter fraudulent acts of personation, the Companies Act imposes severe penalties on offenders, ensuring that individuals do not misuse corporate securities for unlawful gain. Imprisonment. The offender shall be imprisoned for a minimum period of 1 year. The term of imprisonment may extend to 3 years, depending on the severity of the offense and the extent of the fraudulent gains. Financial penalty. The offender shall be liable to pay a minimum fine of 1 lakh rupees. The fine amount may increase up to 5 lakhs rupees, depending on the circumstances of the case, such as the value of the securities involved or the financial losses caused. 5. Key points to note regarding the punishment. Minimum punishment requirement. The Act sets mandatory minimum penalties both in terms of imprisonment and fine. This ensures that courts do not award lenient punishments for such offences, reinforcing the seriousness of the crime. Imprisonment and fine are cumulative. The penalty for personation includes both imprisonment and a fine. The offender cannot avoid imprisonment by merely paying a fine, reflecting the strict stance of the law against fraudulent practices. Judicial discretion within limits. While the law provides discretion to the courts regarding the exact length of imprisonment and amount of fine, it also ensures that certain minimum penalties are imposed to discourage future offences. 6. Importance of the provision in ensuring corporate integrity. The punishment for personation of shareholders serves multiple purposes in the context of corporate governance. Protects shareholder interests. Shareholders can be assured that their securities and entitlements are safeguarded from fraudulent attempts to steal ownership or financial benefits. Maintains market trust and transparency. The provision fosters confidence among investors and other stakeholders by ensuring that companies adopt strict measures to prevent fraud. Discourages malpractice. By setting strict penalties for personation offences, the Act acts as a deterrent, discouraging individuals from attempting to deceive companies and shareholders. Supports strong legal action. The mandatory imprisonment provision empowers companies and authorities to take swift and decisive legal action against offenders, ensuring that justice is served.